Hello everyone. So today I thought I'll probably share a small trick I use, not a trick but a way I use to automatically use the external monitor when I'm using this laptop, my ThinkPad X220 on the ultrabase. So basically whenever most of the time, this particular laptop is always on the ultrabase because I'm not really going anywhere these days. But sometimes I do work from other locations like my living room and my kitchen, and I do lift my ultrabase from the not ultrabase, I do lift my ThinkPad from the ultrabase. But the thing about DWM is that it won't automatically attach or detach your external monitor. So basically right now I'm using this setup with this extra monitor where I have one display, like couple of windows. This particular window is right now basically my monitor. But if I remove the external monitor, or basically if I lift my laptop, this window or this display on the left hand side will still be there. So it is a bit weird because then I have to manually use X render command to turn off the display. So basically if I just run this command right now, of course it will list all the monitors I have right now. So right now I have two displays, first one is of course the primary one, which is the laptop screen, and the other one is of course the external monitor. Now what I normally do, I have a small script usually to basically do this automatic attachment or detachment of this external monitor. So what I'll do, I'll probably open this shell script first. So this is my script, and again it is a simple script. So first of all, if you have to use external monitor, or if you don't want to use external monitor, you can actually turn it off or enable it. So basically the command is xrender, which is of course the command, and then output, which is VGA1 or whatever, and then you have to tell that you want to, basically you want to configure it automatically, the resolution and everything. And where is the location? So the location should be on the left hand side of your primary display. So if you run this command as it is, it will simply use or basically enable the display on the external monitor which is available. But if you pass this argument off, it will turn it off. Now this won't happen automatically for you if you are lifting the laptop from the ultrabase, or if you remove the cable of your external monitor, which is of course annoying because if you're using not Fedora, but if you're using KDE or any proper window manager, those easy to use, then these things you don't have to worry about. But fortunately there's a way. And now what I do normally, I do have this in my xinitrc file, I do have a few things that I do have a loop which basically runs a couple of scripts every minute. So whenever I start my computer, there are a couple of scripts running all the time, and those scripts are basically doing things like updating the time or temperature, this thing. We talked about this, by the way, in previous videos, and it will also display the RAM. So this update happens on top for my task bar, whatever you want to call it, every 1 minute. So I already have a loop which is nothing but a simple do while loop, which can basically do this work for you. So I think if I show you the loop, basically if you do something like this, where is it? Come on. So do while, you can do something like this, while true, and then do echo hello, which is basically I'm trying to print something. And if you pass in here sleep. If you specify here sleep 1 second, and if you run it, this will print hello, 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 whatever every 1 second. Now you can have the same thing in your Xfinite RC file, and you can actually run any script. So basically, I have this script which is my the name of the script is called dock.sh. Basically, it will check for whether my laptop is on the dock or not. And the main thing that we have to do here is basically look into this file. Basically, there is a file here called if the location is sys devices platform dock.2. So you have to figure out the right dock for your setup, and there is a file called docked. So right now it is 1 because it is docked, but it can be 0 because if it is 0, it means that your laptop is not on the dock. So if it is 0, then after 1 minute, what it will do, it will turn it off. It will basically turn the external monitor off. But after 1 minute, if I put the laptop again on the ultrabase, then it will look. Because this script is running every minute, this will enable it. And of course, 1 minute is not. It can be a lot of time, but you can of course reduce the time if you want. So this particular setup, although, first of all, I don't really know if it is the proper way of doing it. And also one more thing, when I have, for some reason, my keyboard layout also changes to US, and I use a UK keyboard. So I have to, whenever I am back on the dock, I have to specify this keyboard layout to GB. Of course, when I'm not on the dock, when I'm not really docked in, if I don't specify this, the keyboard layout for my keyboard is by default US, which is weird because when I installed Arch Linux for the very first time, I do have this setup of keyboard, which I did for GB, UK. And for some reason it didn't work. But anyways, not a problem because I can always set it again. When I'm back on the dock, I can again run this command. And that is it. So this is of course, I'm not really sure whether it's a trick or maybe a way of doing it. I'm not really sure whether this is the right way of doing it or not, because basically you are running a script every minute and you're checking for something. Ideally, when the moment you, I was looking for a way to send a message or do something, or maybe run the script whenever you put the laptop back on the dock. I'm sure there is an event that I can listen to, but I'll figure it out. But for the timing, I guess this is fine. I'm not complaining because it works. So I can use my ultrabase or not use my ultrabase if I'm working from my kitchen, or if I'm watching a YouTube video or some recipe video. I don't need to worry about manually turning it off, because it is actually a bit annoying. Imagine that you have your only laptop, and the moment you go on the left hand side, your mouse actually goes to the other display, which of course you cannot really see. So you have to turn it off. And the moment you turn it off, by the way, all those windows, the open applications will move to the primary display on the laptop. So that is it. That is all I wanted to talk about today. And I will try, as I mentioned, to find a better way of doing it. But good thing about these things in Linux is that you learn a lot. For example, I didn't know about this particular file where you can find this information about whether you're, in Linux, there are a lot of things. In fact, everything is a text file, and even the status of whether the laptop is on the dock or not on the dock, or maybe similar things, you will find something somewhere in a text file, which is great. And I thought I'll probably share this. So this particular way of doing it, because number one, you need to know where to find this information about the dock. Number two, you have to run the script every minute. And also because I had to reset my keyboard, or basically set my keyboard layout again, so which I'm anyways doing it. And you can of course do a lot of other things if you want to. For example, maybe you want to change the wallpaper, I guess. I'm sure you can do it, because I use a script for doing it. for changing the wallpaper. I mean, the thing is that now you know how to do something when you are back on the dock. So run your scripts if you want to. And that is it. That is all I wanted to talk about today in this video. Thank you very much. Bye bye.